Okay, I was just sitting here minding my own business and having a drink, just like I'm doing right now, when there was a loud knock on the door, and there was, um, so I went and answered it. Just went and answered it, and I received a box. Let's have a look and see if there's anybody watching here. Just let me get organized. That's not what I want.
Over a century ago, our hunt.
No, I don't like ads.
Dogs were made to follow our.
Shut up, you and your hot dogs. Let me turn your volume down on the hot dogs there. A hot dog commercial on YouTube. Okay, this is not what I want to see. What I want to see is YouTube. I want to see any comments if there's anybody watching. Oh, nothing here on the subscriptions. Let's go back to where we were here, and let's see if I can figure out something with getting the. There we are. Comments. Group chat. Whoops. Group chat. They always change these things around every time you look at them. I don't think there's anybody watching. I can't even see if any. 3 viewers. 3 viewers. That's really good. That's surprising because I didn't plan anything. Let's see if I can try this again with these guys here. Oh, that's why it doesn't work. That's why it doesn't work. I have to go to my Creator Studio. It's been a while since I've done this, not on my phone. And YouTube Studio Beta, I don't know what the hell that is. There's the live streaming, and there is, that's not what I want to see. There's a top chat there, but this is not the event I want to see. I think I want to go on to events like I did before. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. There. Okay. Let me see. And join this. And this should give me what I've got in the way of. There we are. Frederick P says, hey, Quig. Rabbit and Red says, Quig, you're up early. No, I haven't gone to bed yet. Monica the Mad says, hey, that's fabulous. What time is it there? It's 20:44 here in Denmark. Yes, I see you're there, Monica. That's wonderful. I've got 11:46 a.m. here. I was going to go to bed, but there was a loud knock on the door, and I didn't go to bed because I got handed this box. This box has in it what I think it has in it. There is a declaration. I think it's a customs declaration, so it's probably from the United States, I'm guessing. I was expecting something to come soon. Oh, it's got like a barcode stuck to it. And it says, country from the United States. It's from Keith. Haha. Okay, there you go. And I've got his address there. From Ohio. So if you know Keith from Ohio, he's the Malted Man Cave down in Ohio. And he's got his YouTube channel here. And he sent me some samples the way it appears. I'm going to see if I can get this open without too much trouble and hassle. Apparently, I won a bottle of What's that bottle? So, oh, come on. I should learn to sharpen these knives someday, eh? Come on. The bottle was Eagle Rare. And he wanted to send it by FedEx or one of these companies or UPS or something. It didn't work because the driver would grab the parcel and hear liquids sloshing around in there. And he didn't want to have any part to do with it. Oh, come on. Watch me stab myself now. Come on. Well, this is relatively easy considering some of the packages that I've received in the past. Okay, now we got the tops open. Now we can open the flaps here. It is full of bubble wrap. Oh, there's a little check for, this is a check that should cover the cost of my bottle of Eagle Rare. That's nice. I'm going to have to go to the bank and get the U.S. currency stuff. Okay, bubble wrap. We got styrofoam peanuts. We got airbags. Uh-oh. Oh, here it looks like there's a sample. That's a sample. Here's another sample. And another sample. And another sample. Whiskey to try. Okay, I'm going to have to read the labels to see what Keith has sent me. And then I'll get back to your... Then I'll get back to your comments in a second here. All right. Now, I might already have some of these. There's one, another one. Okay, so that's 5, 6 samples. Wow. Wow. Because I keep making comments like, gee, I never see that on the shelves here. And like a week after I make the comment, then I see it on the shelves here. It's really bad. Okay, so we got to, I better put my check in the wallet, because if I don't do that, I'll lose track of it. And I can go to the bank one of these days and deposit that. And believe me, I need the money because I got car insurance coming up, and I just took a week on vacation and I had a couple other expenses that I didn't expect. And yeah, it's just the way it is. So anyway, what do we got here? Whistle Pig. Rye, 10-year-old. Okay, I've never bought Whistle Pig, and I probably won't. That's the one that's an Alberta, Canadian Alberta rye that is sent to Vermont and bottled in Vermont. I think this is still the sourced Whistle Pig from Alberta. Kilhoman Mahir Bay. I happen to have a full bottle of this, but thank you anyway, Keith. This will be nice to try that out. And what do we got? The classic cask Mortlach 11 single cask 46%. This I can't get here. That is fantastic. Ardbeg Grooves committee release. Okay, I was able to get a bottle of Ardbeg Grooves, the regular one, but this is the committee release. This is bottled at a higher alcohol by volume. This is going to be something special to try. Okay, what is this one here? This is the Henry McKenna 10. Okay, that's a bourbon. Henry McKenna 10. That'll be nice. And what have we got here? Eagle Rare 10. This is a sample of this stuff that I'm got to check to get a bottle of. But I've had Eagle Rare 10 many times. That's not a problem to get. The classic cask Mortlach 11 single cask 46%. That is wild. Yeah, okay. Whistle Pig. I wouldn't buy that for myself, so I'll get to try it. Kilchoman Macurbe. Okay, I got a bottle. Ardbeg Grooves committee release. That's the prize this one. Gonna prize this one. And Henry McKenna 10. That's nice. 6 samples just off the top. And a check for a bottle of Eagle Rare, which I won by answering a trivia question. Okay, so let's go back to, oh my goodness, we've got some comments here. Oh, exciting, says Monica. Frederick says, mystery box, yes. Hey, Quig, hey, everyone, says Jay Fretless. Frederick P says, hey, man. Hey, Fred. Hoagie Bear, yeah. Hi, Quig, you look like you caught a tan. You weren't camping or something. No, never. I wouldn't do that. The great outdoors, who, me? You kidding? I'm most comfortable here with my computer and my whiskey. Why would I do something silly like go camping? There's Toon. Toon says, evening all, and thanks for your Facebook request. Greetings from the Netherlands. Facebook request. Oh, right. I friended you. That's right. I do that sometimes. Not that I really do much on Facebook. Sometimes I put up some photographs or some pictures that I took during my camping trip for a friend who lives here locally, and sending me messages while I'm camping. Pictures. So I have this cheap little camera that I was using to put pictures up. And Frederick says, been following the Whiskey Tubers for a while now, but this is my first live stream because of the time difference. Oh, yeah. I guess you missed that whole Scotch Test Dummies thing. I caught 2 or 3 of those from the 12 hours of boom that were going on Saturday. I caught a couple of them while I was there camping, and because the Wi-Fi was really good at the campsite. I was impressed by that. And then last night was really slow at work, so I managed to watch quite a few. I'm only about 2 or 3 days behind the watching my YouTube for the Whiskey Tubers, and I'll get to the other 3 channels. What's been posted there and what I've been subscribed to on the other channels. And I'll get to those soon because I'm almost done with the Whiskey Tube. And Frederick's asking Hoagie if he's in Europe too. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Hoagie Bear says that Frederick, you tell me usually they are all live during my beauty sleep. Yeah. And I work nights, so like this is noon. I usually go to bed around now. Well, I'm gonna soon anyway. Maybe I'll pour another dram, then I'll go to bed. I don't know. Evening all, and thanks for your Facebook. Okay, I got to that one. What's up, says Whiskey Throttle's on too. This guy is always on. Have you gone back to Alberta yet, or you still in Moose Jaw? Because you're in Moose Jaw. Last time I looked, I was watching the Scotch Test Dummies with Davin DeKergamo, and that was a fascinating little stream. I enjoyed that a lot. And he was talking at one point about Golden Wedding, and I said, hey, I like Golden Wedding. And, he was saying that most people who watch these, the Whiskey Tubers, wouldn't like Golden Wedding. I think it's great. You don't have to think about what it is. It just tastes good. Okay, so OJ for Hire. Boom. Welcome back, Quig. Yeah, well, thank you very much, OJ. It's great to be back. I got back, when was it, Sunday afternoon. And it took me 2 hours to unpack the car and put everything away. And then I had to go get some groceries and I had to have something to eat in the house, and now I went to work last night, and I lost 3.5 hours of my shift because it showed that I was on the board, but it wouldn't dispatch to me. Anyway, that's another story, and I'm going to put that on my MehQuig channel. But, if you want to find them, just look up Taxi Vlogs. Taxi, that's TAXI VLOGS. And if you look up Taxi Vlog, TAXI VLOG, you'll find it. I'm the only taxi vlog currently working on vlogging about taxi and on YouTube. And Frederick says to Hoagie Bear, sehr gut. Sehr gut, it is, yes. And Bourbon Journey says, hey, Quig and guys. Yeah, hey, Bourbon Journey. Hey, Scott. Good to have you with us. I'm sipping on some Prohibition, Cutty Sark Prohibition. I don't know. It's about my it's my third or fourth gram. But I fell asleep for about an hour at one point, so that doesn't really count. Wow, 6 new samples to taste. Fabulous. And OJ for Hire says, hey, hello, MBJ. My Bourbon Journey, of course, yes. Whoa, it just escaped from me here. Even though it's slow, and we've got 11 people watching. Wow, nice. Whiskey Throttle, hey, Daniel. Yeah, that's Bourbon Scott saying hi to Dan. And Whiskey Throttle says, hello. Nice show with the STD. Yeah, I didn't do a show with the STD myself, but I did see the one with Davin and a couple others. Got to return the World Cup, France versus Belgium in a couple of minutes. Okay, Hoagie, I won't hold you back. Go ahead. You can just second screen it. Thanks, OJ, says Bourbon Journey. Wendy's here too. This is fabulous. We got 12 people watching. Hope your day is going well. We ended up camping Sunday night, but it was way too hot, even with the water, so we left early. But I did do a video clip and mentioned you like I said I would in your live. Fabulous, Wendy. I'll have to check that video when I get to all the videos I'm behind on and stuff this week. It's insane. Frederick says true, but then my 2012 notebook starts huffing and puffing. Okay. Rabbit and Red says, can't wait for your review of the grooves. Oh, this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the committee release first, and I'm going to get to the other one when it's scheduled. I'm about 100 bottles behind. It's going to take me a while to get there. But I do have the grooves. It's right down there. It's like in line after all these other bottles that haven't tasted yet. Welsh Toro. Ah, good to see you too. I've seen you commenting on a lot of things. Well, with the Scotch Test Dummies, 12 hours of boom. And what am I drinking? Oh, nothing very fancy. Just Prohibition from Cutty Sark. I have a little bit of it left. In fact, there's another gram left, but we'll see. Hoagie says, all right, folks, have a great stream and day and night. See you around. Later, Hoagie. Yeah, me too. I echo that. And that's what Frederick P. says. Bourbon Journey says, doing a review tomorrow of the 27 Four Roses small batch or 2017 Four Roses small batch limited edition. Spoiler alert, fantastic. Ooh, I got a Four Roses that was sent to me by Don Holland not too long ago. Hoagie's saying, okay, Hoagie's see you around. Going to open myself a Dronic 21 Parliament now. My goodness. I saw that on the shelf and didn't have the money about 3 months ago. And so I went back to the same shop and it had been sold. the Glendronach 21 Parliament, the bottle had been sold and it was gone. And so that was the only place I'd seen it, like anywhere. Well, they happened to have no more Glendronach because some family of tourists came in. I think it was a Chinese family or an Indian family that came into the shop and bought all the Glendronach that they had, which wasn't very much. There was an 18 and there was a Parliament, and I managed to track down a bottle of 18 elsewhere, and I have it right. I'm going to be doing that one soon. It won't be long. And what else did I buy? I think it was a 40-year-old Canadian Club 40-year-old. So for the same money that I would have got the Parliament for, I got the 40-year-old Canadian Club. And Welsh Toro passed out in the 6th hour. Oh, I wish I could have seen the whole thing myself. I've seen about 3 episodes, and what I saw were really good. I don't know if I have the time or the patience to sit through the rest of it, but because there's so many other things to catch up on. The timing of my camping trip was just, I had to book a week when I could out in Tofino. So I did. And Bourbon Journey's asking Welsh, how are you? Or how dare you pass out? Wendy's saying, I don't have much to add about whiskey other than I drank some Captain Morgan Sunday night and got a bit tipsy. I don't drink much, but I can tell you a lot about cookies. No problem, Wendy. No problem at all. Not everyone has to be a whiskey drinker to be a friend of mine. It's all good. Welsh Toro says to my Bourbon Journey, I'm so sorry. I later watched the 10th hour, like the sound of the 4 Roses. Okay. Hoagie says to me, darn, so sorry for the Dronic. Again, wish you lived closer, then I'd acquire for you for a pretty good price. If you're ever in Germany, come to Berlin. I'll make it worth your while. Feck. You know, I'm thinking of going to Scotland next year, and I want to land in Glasgow. But then I'm thinking I would also like to visit London for a bit and hang out with Jason Whiskey Wise. And now you're telling me Berlin, so this is going to be some trip. It's going to be Berlin, if it materializes the way I would like. You know, a couple days in Berlin, a couple days in London, and a couple days in Glasgow, and 4 or 5 days on Islay. And that would probably do my vacation right there. That's next year. And Toro says the camping trip looked very enjoyable. It was. It did everything I needed. It was good for me. I had a great time. It would have been nice to have somebody along, you know, for a little more companionship, but I had enough to do with just myself and just doing my own thing and keeping to myself. You know, I chatted with the neighbors a little bit, but I didn't hang out much with them. I just did my own thing, listened to my music, and enjoyed whiskey, and watched some videos a little bit, and read. I did some reading too. I did more reading than I usually do. And so that's what it was a chance to get away from, you know, away from work and away from the usual crap. And Paul Gibbs says, hiya, chap. Hope the camping was good. Yeah, it was good. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. And Jason Coates says, Berlin is worth your while by itself. Oh my gosh, I should do a grand tour or something. I wish I could afford it. And Berlin is fantastic. Ben Lego says, first midweek quick stream. No, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I just got these samples from Keith from the Malted Man Cave. He gave me an Eagle Rare 10. He gave me a Classic Cask Mortlach 11 Single Cask 46%. A Henry McKenna 10-year-old. an Ardbeg Grooves committee release. A Kilchoman Machir Bay, which I have a full bottle of, but this would be nice to try anyway. And a Whistle Pig Rye 10, which is something that I would not purchase for myself, just because the price is exorbitant and I can get good rye anyway, and it doesn't have to cost me 3 arms and a leg. And Wendy says, I need to come to Arizona too. Not as exciting as Scotland, but hubby and I would show you a good time. I'm sure you would. And you know what? I plan to spend loads and loads of time in Arizona after I retire. I've probably said this before, but I would like to get rid of my apartment and everything in it. Just bring along the pertinent stuff like the computer, all the files that I have on hard drive, the important stuff. And I want to get a little motorhome, not a big one that takes a lot of fuel, but just a little motorhome, and just go wherever I want. I want to be a nomad. And I'm sure that in winter, I will spend lots of time down in Arizona, New Mexico, in Baja California, in places like that. I would love that. That's what I look forward to doing when I stop working. And Ben has stuff to do. Well, that's cool, Ben. Drop by to say hi. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. And let's see if I can. Okay. I'll take away the burden on you, Ben. You're no longer a moderator. I don't think I need one right now. I've only got 11 people watching. So, and Frederick says, if you're in Scotland anyway, Edinburgh is a cool whiskey city. Well, yeah. There's a tour that I want to take that departs from Edinburgh, but there's a tour company that's trying to get my business, and they're trying to get me to, here's the tour I want to do. I want to start from preferably Glasgow, go to Islay, spend 4 days or so looking at all the distilleries and tasting lots of whiskey there on Islay, and then coming back to Glasgow and hanging out a little bit with Roy from Aquavite. And I don't want to take more than a couple of weeks. So I have yet to put this together, but I want to do a 4-day tour of Islay and sort of book everything around that. And there's this one company that's asking me if I would like to do a you drive it yourself tour. And I don't know, shifting with the left hand would be a little weird. And Paul Gibbs says, if you need a stop in between London and Glasgow, you could stop with me. Plenty of room. Fabulous. Bourbon Journey says, nice selection. I'm thinking we're talking about what Keith sent me. Yeah. Wendy says, I have a baby bottle of Apple Crown Royal. Oh, goodness. Apple Crown Royal. Oh, by Birmingham. Okay. Well, we will be hanging out for sure. Can't wait to meet you in person after all these years, and your retirement plan sounds like mine. There you go. Rabbit in Red should be going up to DC next month. Okay. Well, let's see now. I've caught up on the comments. I've just about emptied this little glass. This was a short little impromptu kind of video or live stream just to show what Keith sent me. He was very generous, very, very generous. And so I'm going to call it, it says I started streaming 29 minutes ago. I think I'm going to do it now. 30 minutes, we're done. So let me just find the plug to pull, and I will pull the plug, and have yourselves a great day. Slancheva.